Perup, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Half Price Lawyers, the only law firm in Pahrump with a low price guarantee. Located at 41 North Highway 160, Unit 11. Call 400-0000.
Tonight on News 46, it's time to get ready to fill the bucket truck. $3,000 is donated towards the community Christmas tree. And today's health tip discusses artery plaque. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, July 30th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Pastor George Ferguson of Freedom of Praise Ministries has been taken into custody after allegedly making sexual contact and offering a ride in his minivan to a 17-year-old mentally disabled male member of his church. The boy told detectives that he and the pastor went for a ride, and the pastor kissed him several times and told him he wanted to have sex. Ferguson allegedly pulled at the child's belt line on his pants. Ferguson agreed to take a controlled voice stress analyzer exam at the Nye County Sheriff's Office. The report stated that Ferguson initially lied to investigators, but reportedly later admitted to the crime, stating that it was not meant to be sexual. Ferguson was arrested and is being held on $50,000 bail. This Saturday morning, Valley Electric Association will be holding their annual school supply drive called Fill the Bucket Truck.
Valley Electric and our ambassadors will be at 3 locations, Walmart, Albertsons, and Smith's, and we'll be collecting school supplies for all the schools in our service territory.
Last year, you filled how many of these actual bucket truck liners?
Oh, we did 22.
And they're pretty big.
Oh, yes, they can fit up to 300 pounds.
What are you looking for school supplies?
Papers, pens, loose leaf, backpacks. We really need backpacks because we've helped Food for Thought out in the past with getting them backpacks for their program.
That's true, and they help the kids over the weekend with food that they may need for the lower-income families. So some of the stores are participating and helping out with this, too, as well. So you can go inside the supermarket where you guys are set up in front of, and they actually have some good deals to help out to fill this bucket truck. Tell me where you guys are going to be set up.
Smith's, Albertsons, and Walmart.
And so Smith's, Albertsons, and Walmart, from what time to what time this weekend?
9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And everyone that makes a donation will get a ticket to enter them into a Power Bill credit drawing that we're going to have.
Are you guys also going to be set up with the Nye County School District like last year?
Yes, students that were not registered for busing will be able to sign up on that day also, yes.
And then both sides of Walmart are one side, the south end and north end doors?
We'll be right there in the middle. We'll be there with LED Lucy and CFL Larry.
So everybody will be able to find you because you guys are going to have the bucket trucks out there?
Yeah, the bucket truck. You can't miss us. We'll be there. It'll be, I probably have two tents. That's where we have the most amount of ambassadors as well as VEA employees.
And give me the date and time once again.
Saturday, August the 2nd, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And then tell me about what Threads is offering and what's going on there. Or is it just school supplies? And they're not taking cash at those locations, right?
Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza and Threads, just please donate school supplies. Don't bring any cash. Just bring, if you're going to donate cash, please bring it to Walmart, Smith's, or Albertsons.
And they're also offering a discount at Threads if you donate.
Yes, Threads is going to offer 10% off anything that you donate. They're going to offer 10% off from beginning 10 a.m. until closing. They're going to offer it until after we're done.
And then you can donate cash at the other locations at the Smiths, Albertsons, and Walmart?
Yes.
Thanks so much, Dax. If you can't make it this weekend, you can stop by the Valley Electric Association and donate directly to them. And I can't wait to see LED Lucy and CFO Larry. We'll be back right after this break.
Parup, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Integrity Taxi. Reliable, safe, and fun. Call Integrity Taxi at 751-1111.
Welcome back to News 46. Here's today's Desert View Hospital health tip, which addresses buildup of plaque within the arteries called calcification.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
This computer tomography or CT scan helps physicians see the amount of plaque in the coronary arteries. As the plaque builds, it also calcifies.
You can see the calcium because it's very bright in X-ray, and when you see calcium in these arteries, you know they have blockages.
After measuring how much plaque is inside the arteries and also the density of the calcium together, patients receive a score. In people whose risk for a heart attack is unclear, the score can help physicians better decide a person's risk for developing a future heart attack or stroke.
That score can be improved, that you can get a better prediction by taking into consideration the volume and the density separately.
Dr. Michael Cricky from the University of California, San Diego, and co-authors studied CT scans of men and women ages 45 to 84 from 4 different ethnic groups. Coronary artery calcium was measured in all the heart arteries. The participants were followed for 10 years to see whether they developed heart attack, stroke, or other cardiovascular disease.
The denser your calcium, the higher the score they give you. What we found is actually you should make the score smaller because the denser the calcium is actually protective. So it's not good to have this plaque in your heart, but if you do have this plaque in your heart, the denser it is, the less dangerous it is. We don't think that the current scoring system is optimal, and we think the scoring systems ought to be changed to account for the density as a protective factor rather than as a hazardous factor.
For those with an unclear risk of heart disease, the density variable is now just as important as the volume variable in predicting risk and deciding on treatment.
It's not good to have plaque, but if you have plaque, if it's very dense, it's less hazardous than if it's less dense.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
The Pahrump Nugget held a special event to raise money for our community Christmas tree. The check was presented to K9 Radio's Karen Jackson, who started the annual event, as well as decorating party and a lighting ceremony in which the entire community is invited to participate, held in the parking lot of the Saddle West.
Hi, Jeremy Jensen from Golden Casino Group. I'm here today with Karen Jackson, one of my favorite people in the community. How are you, Karen?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm wonderful. We're here to present you with $3,000 today for the Pahrump Christmas tree. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the tree and the program?
Okay, we started the community Christmas tree 3 years ago. This will be our 4th year. Every year we bring a 30-foot tree or better down from Oregon, and it dies. And it's very expensive. It's always $4,000, but it dies.
Right.
So I kept saying, there's got to be something we can do. I went online for hours, and I found the most gorgeous 30-foot artificial pre-lit tree with 3,500 lights, already a star, for $17,000.
That's fantastic. And the life of the tree is 30 years, right?
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed for 30 years, so
Plus.
that's long past our time.
Plus.
Plus, 30 years plus.
No, I got a plus.
Oh, plus.
If we're feeling frisky,
Okay.
and we decide we want to make our tree 35 feet, we just order another ring.
Okay. It's that simple.
That's simple.
Wonderful. So we're raising $17,000, and we need another 14. So we start off with 3 here. Thank you to the community. We donated for Friday and Saturday $1 for each buffet that went through our properties. So we thank you to the community. The community raised $3,000. and we need 14 more.
And Fraser Furniture is starting a program to help with the community tree, and I'll be announcing that on air. It's you go in and buy so much, and they're going to donate so much. So everybody needs furniture.
Great. Ron Fraser, come on around here, buddy. I believe everyone knows Ron Fraser, right? Hey, Ron.
Some of them do.
So thank you for contributing to the Christmas tree. We look forward to getting the 30-footer this year.
Yeah, and anything that anyone in the community can do to help Karen with this project. She's done so much for the community, and I really appreciate the fact that Golden Nugget and Gaming Group stepped up, and now Marion and I want to do our little part to help.
Thank you, Ron.
The tree will be here long after we're gone, so that
Exactly.
tradition can just go on and on.
Exactly. The tree's going to outlive us. So, okay, coming to you from Channel 46, Jeremy Jensen signing off.
And I want to thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you for all your work.
They are too cute. I love to see Jeremy right next to Karen, he's like 6'7", and Karen's all tiny. And thanks to Ron Fraser, and of course Liz Corey Walters, who didn't want to be shown in that wonderful lady down there at the Prump Nugget. New data released today showed the U.S. economy bounced back in the spring, growing at a 4% annual pace in the second quarter. Consumer spending, which alone accounts for about 2/3 of U.S. economic activity, strengthened, as did exports to foreign countries and business investments. American consumers spent more money on long-lasting goods like autos, appliances, and furniture, while businesses invested more in technology and industrial equipment. Both can be seen as good signs that households and companies are more optimistic in investing in the future. The House today overwhelmingly approved a $16 billion bill to overhaul the Department of Veterans Affairs. It's a bipartisan response to the scandal over delayed care at medical facilities and allegations of alarming management shortcomings at the sprawling federal agency that serves millions of veterans. The Senate is expected to vote on the plan as early as tomorrow. The legislation would provide money for new medical facilities, more doctors and nurses, and a new program that will allow some veterans to seek health care outside the VA system. Humanitarian agencies working in West Africa are stepping up precautions against the deadly Ebola virus as local and international health officials struggle to bring the outbreak under control. The Peace Corps announced today that it was removing hundreds of its volunteers from the region. The Peace Corps said 340 workers would temporarily leave Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea, the three countries primarily affected by the outbreak. Health officials are calling this the deadliest Ebola outbreak in history. The World Health Organization had confirmed more than 800 Ebola cases in the region, but suspects that there have been as many as 1,200 cases. The disease had a 90% mortality rate, which is now at 60% if treated quickly. When we come back from the break, we'll have your entertainment this week and First Business Brief.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Nathan Adelson Hospice, proud to be the hospice of choice in Pahrump for 15 years. Please call 775-751-6700 to find out how Nathan Adelson can assist you.
Jessica Barrymore, the half-sister of actress Drew Barrymore, was found dead early Tuesday morning. 47-year-old Barrymore was found in her vehicle on a street in National City, California, near San Diego. Apparently, a resident noticed Barrymore at the wheel of a car blocking her driveway around 6 a.m. on Tuesday. When the resident went to check on her, Barrymore did not respond. Upon seeing dozens of white pills scattered around, the resident called police. The death appears to be a suicide. There were reports that the car had been in the driveway since midnight. Jessica Barrymore would be turning 48 tomorrow. She was an employee of a Petco store. Jessica Barrymore and Drew Barrymore are both daughters of actor John Drew Barrymore, but have different mothers. Drew Barrymore, who was born 9 years after Jessica, only met her half-sister briefly. She expressed sorrow at her death. Former pro wrestler and Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura won a lawsuit against ex-Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle. Yesterday, a federal jury in Minnesota awarded Ventura more than $1.8 million, deciding that Kyle's 2012 best-selling autobiography, American Sniper, defamed Ventura. The suit centered on a passage in which Kyle, who died in 2013 by way of being shot, described fighting with a man in a California bar in 2006 during the wake for SEAL Mikey Mansour, who was killed in Iraq in 2006. Kyle wrote that he hit the man after he said that the SEALs deserve to lose a few. Kyle said he was referring to Ventura. In the suit, Ventura denied making the statements in the book, contending that the entire story about a confrontation and physical assault and battery of Governor Ventura was false and defamatory. DC Comics' Wonder Woman has gotten a makeover for the character's big screen debut in Zack Snyder's Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. The familiar red, blue, and gold costume has been traded in for a bronzed ensemble with matching thigh-high boots. The new look was unveiled at San Diego's Comic-Con on Saturday, with director Snyder sharing the first photo of actress Gal Gadot as the Amazon princess. Some fans have been thrilled by the change. Other fans have been vocally disappointed, dismissing the costume as too Xena, warrior princess, and that the actress is too petite to portray the first fierce fighter Diana Prince. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your entertainment this week.
This is the First Business Brief for Wednesday, July 30th. I'm Bill Mahler. Consumer confidence takes a huge leap in July, up to 90.9. That's the highest level in almost 7 years. A Bloomberg survey had expected an 85.4 reading. This mood is basically the result of Americans' positive feelings about jobs, the stock market, and lower gas prices. More than a third of Americans have heard or may hear from a debt collector. Consumers with credit, 35% of them, have a broad range of delinquent debt. It comes from a new study from the Urban Institute. The average owed debt in collection now is $5,000. Another warning: if action isn't taken soon on climate change, a government report says that we can pay to cut carbon emissions now or pay about $150 billion more each year down the road as the cost increases about 40% every decade. The EPA will come out soon with its own report. I'm Bill Mahler, and that is the First Business Brief.
Thanks so much, Bill. When we come back from this break, we'll have your weather and a very special happy birthday.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Wednesday, July 30th. Today we had partly cloudy skies with a high of 100 degrees. Your average temperature this time of year is 104 degrees. Winds were coming from the west-northwest today at 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 10 miles per hour. The UV index today was 9, which is very high. Humidity was at 18%. Sunrise was at 5:50 this morning, and the record high in 1978 was 114 degrees. Tonight we'll have showers later this evening with a low of 77 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 81 degrees. Winds will be coming from the north-northeast at 4 miles per hour with gusts up to 8 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 28%. Sunset will be at 7:51 p.m. and the record low in 1941 was 64 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 102 degrees and a low of 78 degrees. Winds will be coming from the northwest at 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 9 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 22%. Sunrise will be at 5:50 a.m. and the UV index will be 10, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have a little bit of everything. We have a 40% chance of rain early next week. Your high temperatures will be ranging from 88 degrees to 103 degrees, and your low temperatures will be ranging from 73 degrees to 79 degrees.
All of us here at KPVM TV want to wish a very special happy birthday to our own station co-owner, Vice President, Sales Manager, and friend, Rhonda Van Winkle. Have a very special birthday, Rhonda, from all of us. And you don't want to miss out on Saturday at the Prump Senior Center located at 1370 West Basin. There's going to be a special pancake breakfast for $5 for adults and $3 for kids. It's going to be held from 8 to noon. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow. But in the meantime, you can give them a call at 727-5800. Once again, that is Saturday morning. Come on by and say hi to Ann and Dawn and Jim and all the gang. That's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.